when do you think you'll make your first NBA title bet?
Well, let me give you I'll give you a 1 minute, two bets here. Two bets, no title bet. I think that I may actually end up not making a title bet until maybe even the playoffs or much closer to the playoffs, but I'm not sure. This is workshopping. Based on the logic I said earlier, I'm looking through the odds we've got on Action Network. There's the wonderful the odds comparison tool that I live on these days, being able to look at all the books at once. I'm gonna make the same case. I'm gonna take one conference play in the West, one in the East, and I'm gonna save you the time to make you the exact same case for both of them. These teams have an MVP caliber center. They're very good teams that I expect to win a lot of regular season games. I don't know if I believe them to win the entire title and win 4 series. I don't believe in them to be able to do that. I do believe they could be a 1 or 2 seed, win the first round relatively easily, get past the second round, and give me a hedge opportunity that I will probably want in a conference finals. So give me Philadelphia 76ers to win the East plus 850. Give me the Denver Nuggets to win the West plus 1,000. I will want to hedge out of those positions in all likelihood, but that is me saying I like you as a regular season team. I think you'll win twice in the playoffs. You'll give me a position then in that third series. So Sixers and Nuggets conference odds.
Okay. Like I said, I don't like the conference. I want to see I want to only bet the conference when I have the bracket. That's one I do want to see. I put 3 bets into the app and added a 4th one based off of Intel, which I'll talk about in a second. I'll just go ahead and do that one up front. I have a Suns plus 900 bet that was based off of when the week that before Kevin Durant issued his request. I heard the Suns there's a lot of noise about them and Kevin Durant. And I was like, but he's a net for like a long time. And then, but I heard that he really likes the Suns, that there's a relationship. So I bet the Suns plus 900. And then the trade request comes out and it gets reported that the Suns are the thing and they go down. And now they had to sign Ayton because of the Pacers. That goes back up because the odds of the Suns getting KD are not infinitesimal. I always kind of lean towards star players get this way. So if KD changes his mind and he wants out, I still kind of look at the Suns and go, what if something gets done there? The point though was I bet them because I felt like I could live with a title bet on the Suns even if KD didn't go there.
Yep.
So I bet the Suns.
I had a Warriors ticket. I forgot to for the exact same logic where I was like, you know what? I think that Durant could go to the Warriors. Yeah. Turns out he did not, but I was like, if worst case scenario, I still have a Warriors ticket without him. So I get the logic.
I bet a very small amount on the Raptors as well because of the likelihood of him going there. Just because I was like, that's like a ready-made team. Right. It was a very small play. The bigger.
By the way, speaking of buying the dip, we have Joe Delera and Berg at Action Network bought the dip on the Nets. While you and I were buying the teams we thought Durant would go to. We've got a couple of guys at Action with like 50-1 title odds tickets on the Nets now because they bought the dip and got it while everyone was getting ready to leave. So that's a good example of where you can play buying the dip to your advantage.
I would be so disgusted if the Nets won the title. I would just be disgusted. That may be value, but boy, that's disgusting. I'll deal with that when it gets to it. I'll go right now. I'm still not willing to buy the Nets. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there. I'm still not there. Agreed. Lost Bruce Brown. Not sure they got better. Don't trust Kyrie. The 3 teams that I did go ahead and I wrote this up on Action. There's an article out there. I got these numbers at comparable bets. I got the Clippers at plus 850. They're now plus 700. That to me, as I mentioned, that's the best value on the board. Teams loaded, just front to back. I don't have to worry about you mentioned like who's gonna be good in the regular season. This is the exact opposite approach. Don't give a shit how the Clippers do in the regular season. I don't care if they're the 6th seed. I don't care if they're in the play-in. I'm gonna like them. They should have Kawhi and PG back. This team is deep as hell. I think the deepest team in the league. They're exceptionally well coached. Even if I think Ty Lue is overrated as a coach because everyone thinks he's top 3 and I think he's top 7, then I still think that Ty Lue is an exceptional coach, right? Like I don't have any argument with Ty Lue being a top 5 coach. From that perspective, this is like this team at 7-1. Kawhi has a lot of injury issues, but he looks strong as hell. I have no reason to, like, they're not dependent on a fragile infrastructure. They still can survive if KD or Kawhi or PG need to miss time. They're great value. The Sixers are actually moved backwards because of the Nets getting KD back. I got them at 1,600, and I thought this would be shorter. And right now at 17, this is incomprehensible to me. You and I love the Sixers. I'm surprised you're not on this with me. I get that it's a regular season versus playoff thing, and I get that because it's Doc Rivers and it's Joel Embiid and James Harden. But this team is so stacked. They may have a cakewalk. Like, they may just get an easy 8 seed, an easy 5 seed, and be able to just trot on up to a conference finals appearance, and then we can worry about it then. Now, maybe the 4-5 is really tough in the Eastern Conference because it was better last year, but I also think there's a good chance some of those teams kind of fall off. I think Chicago probably takes a dip. I think it's hard for me to imagine the Raptors either not going up or down. They're just like staying where they are. There's all these kind of situations. So I still like the Sixers. I like them even more at 17-1. I think this has really good value.
Yeah, the only difference for me is that there is nothing in me that wants to lend my money to Joel Embiid and James Harden and say, go ahead, have some fun. See you in 10 months. Hope you're still there when I need my money back. That's it. So I want a chance to get out earlier. Otherwise, I'm with you all the way. I just don't want to have to trust Embiid and Harden for that long.
Let me make a counter argument. I would much rather just bet them now and not worry about it than try and figure out what the hell is going to happen on them on a night-to-night basis, or about what the next 3 months look like. Like, the short term with them is maddening. I just want to be able to be like, nope, I got the money in with an MVP candidate and James Harden and Tyrese Maxey, who I think takes a leap, and Daryl Morey put together a very good team. I'm in. I don't have to worry about betting the Sixers later. I'm in on the Sixers already. And then I bet the Bucks at plus 800. They're down to plus 650. Already getting return on that. I expect that to get better. Look, as long as Giannis is around, the Bucks are going to be a title contender. He is one of the 3 best players in 4 best players in basketball. Like, the top tier right now are Kevin Durant, Nikola Jokic, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Steph Curry. Those are the 4 best players in the world. And if you just want to bet those 4 guys, I can't blame you. Like, I don't have tickets on 2 of those dudes. So
that's funny. When you said 3 and then immediately hedged and went a little higher, you said 3 and I immediately was gonna be like, too high. Go lower. We don't need 3. We'll go less. Giannis is great. Having a title future on Giannis, great, good position.
Yeah. So, those are the teams that I think have value right now. We'll probably have more closer to the season. For more, you can track all of Brandon's futures and my futures in the Action Network app. Download it right now. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll be back on Thursday. We're going to do how to bet win totals. It's win total season. The next month of our lives. Well, the next month of my life and the next quarter of Brandon's life, because he's in the NFL, is going to be on NBA win total. So we talk about those as well. Speaking of which, check out Brandon on the Action Network podcast, the NFL side. He's got lots of preseason content coming out. He's doing rankings of everything. I think he's doing special teams second units, the top 30 second special teams units in the NFL.
I absolutely ranked special teams 1 to 32, but I'm not writing about it. But it's in my roster matrices. I do have articles coming up, articles and podcast on every NFL award, NFL season leaders, every category. We got exotics. There's a lot of stuff coming. So make sure to watch at the website, actionnetwork.com. Make sure to check out the Action Network podcast. And then I will be on Mondays and Fridays during the regular season there too.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Hope you have yourselves a great week. I'm going to go try and get well, and we'll talk to you guys again on Thursday for how to bet NBA win totals. Let's get buckets.